Boo. Hello. Hello, welcome in everybody. Happy Wednesday for probably most of you, if not all of you. I don't think we have anybody from Australia time zone here. Anyways, welcome. You can see my hand. Hello. You posted a new video on your YouTube Minecraft tutorial. Took you ages to figure it out. There's no tutorial for it anywhere. You look, see how to figure it out yourself. Oh, that sounds sippy. Oh wait, my water bottle's behind me. Hold on, let me get that. Ah, thank you for the sippy. Thank you. Put that back there. Wait, did that show? Ow, guys. Anyway, oh, attendee sub from Publix. Oh my god, I miss Publix attendee subs. There's no Publixes by me, so I miss them so badly. There's gonna be one like 3 hours south soon, but that's still a trip. So, anyways, Mizu, that video sounds interesting. If you want to, you can share that in. I think you're in my Discord. I'm pretty sure. You can just share that if you want. I don't know. I'm interested. I play Minecraft sometimes. Also, carcinogenesis. Sorry. Yeah, my Autobot or Auto mod is very aggressive with links. But don't worry, it's only just a little timeout for like a few seconds. Anyway. And then in Texas or New Mexico, yeah, it's really only a southern East Coast thing, isn't it? So half of it, you can Amazon Prime it to you. I don't know how well it'll hold up. It's short, like 7 minutes long. Oh, that's not bad. Anyway, do I have... Where did I put that? So you can probably see my face a little bit, that's fine. I don't care that you guys can see my face, it's just... I have, like, I don't know, it's more fun to have a virtual avatar. So I have that up, and it kind of blocked it out a little bit so it wasn't so confusing. But, you know, if you still see my face pop in, you know, like a little bit, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I don't mind if people know what my face looks like. I know it's kind of like a weird thing for a VTuber to not mind that, but I don't mind. You know, go back to Florida. You know, I'm happy I don't have to live in Florida anymore. Florida does not mix with me as a person. Like, I hate the heat, I hate the humidity, I hate bugs. You know, I guess the other critters were cool, like all the lizards and birds and stuff, but like, good God. I hated it. I'm happy to be back in Northern Virginia. It's cooling off here, and I'm very happy about that. It took so long, but it's finally happening. There's a new apple cider vinegar shampoo from Head & Shoulders. That sounds intriguing. I use Head & Shoulders. I think I have their I think I used the green apple one. I don't know. There was like a really big bottle at Costco, and I got it. Gators are puppy. Gators are puppy. Where's my bag? Oh, there's my bag. I love my bag. My Animal Crossing bag. Gator puppies. Honestly, gators are... Oh my god.
It's November, so Florida is finally tolerable, for now.
Yeah, you're right. It is finally tolerable, for at least a little bit. Anyway, thank you so much for 8 months of Prime Gaming subs. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Most apple-smelling apple one you've ever had. I might have to try that if I can find that. I might have to try that apple cider one. It kind of sounds great, but also I could see it going weird at the same time. Use your mom's all-natural brand of soap and shampoo. Ooh, yeah. I don't know. My boyfriend and I have always used Head & Shoulders just because that's what our parents got us, and now that we live on our own, we're like, yeah, okay, we like Head & Shoulders. Let's get that. So I don't know. I'm sure we wouldn't mind doing a different brand, but it's just what we're familiar with. Let me adjust the tension, needle position, width, length. Yeah, 3 is probably good. Sorry, I changed all my settings on this because I was sewing a zipper over the weekend. Or, well, not the weekend, over the first half of the week, I guess. And good God, did that zipper kick my ass. But I kicked its ass in return. I finally got that zipper attached. So now I can finally proceed with everything else. Use Head & Shoulders on the dog. I mean, you know, I guess it's shampoo, I don't know. My boyfriend wanted to try a shampoo that didn't have... Oh god, what was that ingredient called? That didn't have something in it, but I forgot what that was now, and it was so long ago that he probably forgot about it too. We've been using one gigantic bottle of shampoo from Costco. Your mom just released pet shampoo and sunscreen and inset. Oh my god, so many things. Yay, zipper. Yeah, it looks good. I would show you, but can I show you? I don't know. It's like buried under everything. Hold on. Maybe I can show you. Maybe just put this stuff up here and get the big boy. Oh, what side of it? What side is it on? It's on this side, isn't it? Okay, that's gonna be a little bit awkward. Sulfates, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if you guys can actually see it. It's a hidden zipper, so you know it's supposed to be hidden. But it's not completely sewn together, it's just the zipper part. But right here, this little zipper. So that way, the person who owns this can unzip it and restuff it or unstuff it as needed. You know, particularly for washing. But yeah, so this is the body, but it's too big to actually show on camera over here, so I have to put it back. Ugh, get back over there, big boy. Oh god, it's all over the ground now. Hold on. Ooh, okay, there we go. You gotta go if you're curious. The brand is Naked Botanicals. Okay, thank you for the information. Have a fun time at work? I don't know. It feels weird wishing people to have a fun time at work or school, but like, I don't know. It feels weird to be like, oh yeah, have a neutral time at work. Zipper epic fog. Yeah, right. That was great. Anyway. So, while you're getting back to work, I guess I'll just explain what we're doing here today. So I basically have a bunch of pieces all pinned together. And so today's really just going to be going through and sewing all of these pieces together. That's pretty much it. There's not going to be any kitchen scenes today. I don't even have that camera set up. My boyfriend wasn't here to help me, so... No kitchen, no real life today. Well, I guess it's kind of real life still. No full real life today. Just a bunch of sewing. So, do I have the right thread? I have the right thread. Okay, cool. Be indifferent towards work. Exactly. Be indifferent. Don't have a good time. Have a neutral time. No bad times allowed. Just neutral. Just purely neutral times. Okay? Oh, also, I don't know if anybody's here, like, on the last sewing stream. I flipped the camera around. Because it was really bothering me, like, trying to hold things up to the camera. And, like, you know, when I move to the right, my hand's to the right, it moves to the left on the picture. That was bothering me, so I fixed that. Have a neutral day at work, so long as it isn't bad. Exactly. No bad days allowed. Just, you know, neutral. And, you know, if possible, good. I mean, I guess some people like their job. I guess they can have good days. Anyway, let me finally get started here. First, I'm just going to go through and do a straight stitch all the way around where my pattern line is. And after that, I'll go through and I'll trim it and I'll zigzag stitch. Like, honestly, this takes a very long time. This is, like, most of the process of me sewing together stuff. Oh my god, the boop! Thank you, Azurian Sky! But yeah, I guess I don't have to do a straight stitch and then a zigzag stitch, but, like, it makes everything so nice and it's, like, double reinforced, so, like, it makes me feel better. You like your job? Well, that's good. As long as you like your job, then, like, you know, that's really the best you can hope for. I don't know if I like my job or not yet. I haven't even been able to really start. I'm still stuck at home because I can't go to the office yet because paperwork is dumb. It's like, it's not like an issue on my end. It's like between my company and the contract my company's trying to put me on. So, like, I'm just kind of caught in the middle, you know, sitting at home, learning, or doing my best to learn anyway. But, you know, it's kind of whatever. Ah! Ooh, forehead, small. That's a nice one. Oh yeah, that's my big brain. That's my big brain, right there. That was good. That was a good one. I love those cat scans, and they're automatically uploaded to my Discord now, so I don't have to remember anything, which is great. Actually, let me double check, make sure it's still working. Sometimes it breaks, and it makes me sad. Looks like it was uploaded. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Yeah, I kept forgetting to upload those cat scans after streams, so I finally put together a thing to get them to automatically upload. And everything's great. I don't have to remember anything anymore. I just have to exist. And make sure my computer's running, I guess. But you know, it's kind of easy to do. Computer's kind of already running if I'm on stream. At least I would hope so. Oh god, speaking of, I should probably... Hold on. I should probably edit the, I should probably edit the rewards for today, because I kind of forgot to do that part. There's a few rewards that I cannot do without the kitchen camera. There's... Okay, hold on. Kitty snack, it's off. Kitty's off. That one's fine, this one's fine. That one stays off. Okay, the rest of these look fine. It was really just, they show me the kitties and give the kitties a snack. Okay, yep, everything is good now. Alright, let me switch back to my manager page. You love not thinking? Oh my god, me too. It's the best. I love to never think. You know, why bother with thinking if you can just make stuff to think for you? Maybe it's not even really thinking for you, it's just doing for you. It's like, so far so good. I keep checking the back because last time I was sewing with the machine, the back bobbin, like the bobbin which kind of goes to the backing here, it just kept going really weird and I don't know what was happening. But I think I fixed it, and so far nothing's breaking, so I think that conclusion is true. Still, at least. At least for now, I don't know. That might change in the future. Maybe I just jinxed myself and, you know, it'll happen in like 5 seconds. You never know. Okay, so here comes the tricky part, between the toes. You gotta like get in there, and then kind of rotate it around with the needle still in the fabric. I guess like it's not super tricky, but like it's still a little tricky. Things are going pretty good. I mean, today should be a pretty easy day overall. Like the last couple well, there's only been a couple other streams, but the last couple streams I was struggling with a few things. The first one, when we were cutting all the patterns out, the cats kept getting in the way. And I couldn't flatten the fabric all the way because it's so slippery. And then the second stream, I just could not figure out how to get the fabric to lay over the fin. It's like I was working on the fin last stream, and the fabric did not want to stay over the foam core, and it was a hot mess. But thankfully I got that all figured out off stream. Now it's just easy stuff that I know how to do. Oh, stay in your little bag. And up on... Actually, no, right there's good. Boop. But I love as I fill my bag up, it just gets more like crinkly. It's just such a nice sound. Although I don't know if you guys can hear it, because my noise canceling is very good. Like, I think it cancels out pretty much all of the sewing machine sound, if I remember correctly. At least while I'm not talking. When I am talking, you can hear it a little bit. At least last I checked. Which, you know, sometimes it just changes for apparently no reason. Make sure. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have to go over that spot again. The back of the fabric, or I guess the other side of the fabric, wasn't quite lined up with the edge. That's fine. We'll just go back over that spot and actually sew the two pieces together. Don't want any holes in our hands. Now there's a nice easy part where just straight shot through. Nothing complicated, no curves. Well, I guess there's like a slight curve. But it's basically just straight. You gotta like hold the minky down though, because it will slip all over the place. I'm not gonna sew it all the way through because I need to stuff this and also attach it to the body, so I need quite a bit of wiggle room to do that. Get in there. Alright, let me get this up. We'll flip it inside out, make sure everything looks good. But I particularly around the toes. Oh, that's right, we need to sew over that one spot. That's okay, we can do it after we check the shape. Oh god, the fuzz is already getting everywhere. I don't know how much you guys can see on my desk. Yeah, you can see a little bit of it. There's a lot of it, though. Alright, let's look at these little hands. Okay. Looks about... It's about right, I guess. There we go, now you can see. About what I expected. It's a little curled up, like, around these curves, because the backing of the fabric really does not want to let it do that. But that's okay. Once we trim up the backing and get it all stuffed, it'll look fine. Yeah, that all looks good. So let's turn it back out and then finish up the seams a bit. And also fix that toe. Whoop. Alright, get out there. Alright, so where did it mess up? Not that one. This one. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, this like... focus, please. You can kind of see it, but like the edge of the fabric's right here, but also the thread kind of leaves the edge of the fabric. Just barely. The front piece, it's fine, but the back piece, it kind of slipped a little bit too much. Alright, let's get this back over here. Guess I can put my little jingly bag of clips over there now. No more clips to deal with. Alright. I'm just gonna line up, back up. Let's see. Yeah, I want to make sure I lined up where my last stitch was, and then I can just kind of trace over it. Toes. Look at those toes. And just kind of sew in that spot. Alright. That looks good. My back stitched it like crazy, so it should not come undone at all. Yeah, that looks good. And then once we zigzag it, there's no way in hell it's going anywhere. Speaking of zigzag, where's my scissors? Hold on. I think my scissors are behind me. Alright, where did I put them? There they are. Woohoo! Got them. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to trim the edges as close to the thread that I just put down the seam. Close as possible. And then after that, we'll zigzag it to kind of reinforce that seam. And we should be good to go with this one. Up a little bit. I want you guys to be able to see me cutting. But also I want to be able to see what I'm cutting too. Arguably one of those is a little bit more important, but you know. Makes me a little bit nervous how close I have to cut to the thread sometimes. But it's all for the sake of a good end product. Alright, I think I'm gonna like kind of flare out the end here a little bit. So I want to leave all the seam allowance on the edges here where I leave it open and I attach it to the body. Just so I have all the wiggle room I need. Alright, I'm gonna flip this the other way so I can trim this way. You guys can probably see it a little bit better too. Ooh. Sometimes the second side of the fabric does not want to stay with the first. There we go. Now we got both sides of the fabric. Whoop. I did purposely slope closer to the edges on the toes because I wanted to have more room for like puffier toes. Just barely, but you know, sometimes just barely is all you need for a nice little puffy effect. Okay, it looks like I'm doing good on both sides still. I'm just like gonna hold it like this. I'm just gonna... It might be better than like trying to carefully not pinch my fingers. Get off of there. Oop. Okay, wait, hold on. There we go. Okay, that's a nice little grip. Okay, and what I'm going to do is for like the corners of the toes, I'm just going to cut like a little slit to help them kind of spread out. So that way, you know, it can go out as far as it needs to. Bing. Get off my scissors. Minky's so like... Sticky's not the right word. Clingy? I think clingy. Like, it just really clings onto everything with this little fuzz. Especially my clothing. God, I'm like covered in the fuzz already and I barely have done anything. Okay, the second side, I kind of missed this little spot right here. Boop. There we go. Alright, cut those little slits again so the toe can kind of spread apart a little easier. Just double checking I didn't accidentally cut any thread, and it looks like I'm good. I'm always so nervous I'm gonna like accidentally cut the thread while I'm trying to do this stuff. Which, you know, it happens sometimes. It's an easy fix, but it's still like, ugh, you know, makes me nervous. I don't want to have to like redo what I just did. Even though it wasn't hard to do and it wouldn't take me very long. It's just the act of repeating something because you messed it up. It's just really, I don't know, it's like disappointing in yourself. I'm trying to like keep all of my scrap like trimmings over here so they don't like make a huge mess. I mean, there's still gonna be a huge mess, but I want it to be as small of a huge mess as possible. There we go. Okay. Making sure both sides are being trimmed well. Looks like they are so far. Yeah, there's a lot of trimming over on this side. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna leave that little edge right there for when I sew it onto the body. Now, I get to go through and do a zigzag stitch all the way around. Ugh. Yeah, zigzag length. 3 is probably still good. Tension's fine. That's all fine. Whoop! Don't fall off the table now. Okay, I'm gonna start right about here. See if we need to adjust the width at all. It looks like the width is fine. Now we just go through, really seal up this edge. Oh yeah, that's looking beautiful. Okay. Just making sure I'm not like going over the straight stitch we did earlier. Because that would just make things look weird. Carefully slowing down around these corners. They are a little bit tricky. Alright, so far so good. Looking beautiful. Alright, a little weird part with some toe crease. But that's fine, I think we got that. Alright, yeah, it looks like we got the toe crease just fine. And we have it so it's like nice and stretched out, so that way when I flip it inside out, it's gonna look fine. It's not gonna look all crinkled up. At least it shouldn't. If it does, I'll be sad. I kinda wish I had like a camera like facing towards it, so that way it's like a little bit more interesting to look at. I wonder. Could I do that? Wait, hold on. Maybe could I do that? Or I could have it like right here so you can see it coming through the back. No, the water won't reach back there. Or will it? Sorry, I'm thinking. I'm trying to make this look more interesting because like I realize you can't really see anything up on the top view there. Also, it's quite bright right here. I wonder if I can fix that. Hold on. Mouse. Webcam. Filters. Stop being so bright right there. Gamma? This way? No. No, that doesn't help anything. How do I control do that? Control Z. There we go. Brightness? No. Can I like... I wanna like... Just make the one spot less bright. Make the whitest white less bright. I don't know if I can do that. Oh well. I mean, I'm sure there is a way, I'm too dumb to figure that out. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna leave it like that. I don't know, I don't feel like messing with it live on stream, because I'm probably just gonna mess it up. That's how things tend to go, you know? I'll just continue on with this. You can at least see, like, all the extra parts. Okay, zigzag's looking good still. I'm just gonna shift this around. Basically a straight shot all the way to the end. I wonder if this is loud to my neighbors. Like, I don't think you guys can really hear it, but it is a loud machine. And it kind of, you know, shakes the table a little bit. So I don't know if this bothers my neighbors at all. I don't know if they can hear it or not. I guess it's not like I'm doing this in the middle of the night or anything. I'm doing it in the middle of the day, which, then again, people are working from home now. Maybe that's not even, maybe that's not better. It's just worse. It's not even worse. It's just bad in a different way. Anyway. Get that out of the way. So we got everything zigzagged and just double checking all the edges. Everything looks like it got zigzagged up pretty well. So let me see if I can try to show you guys what I'm doing. I don't know how well the camera's gonna focus, but you can kind of see like a little zigzag up on the top here with a straight stitch on the bottom. Please focus. I really don't think it's gonna focus that close to the camera. A bit closer. Yeah, no, it's not gonna work. I don't have it's just a webcam. It's not like a good camera or anything. Maybe I should get my own like a good camera for these types of streams. Then again, I'm not like I don't really do these streams like often at all, so I don't know if it'd be a worthy investment or not. You know? I feel like it would just be mostly a waste of money when this does just fine. You know? This is good enough. But then again, cameras are pretty cool. There we go. There's everything all nice and flat. There's like no like weird creases in the corners of the toes anymore. You know, see, it's nice and flat now. I mean, it looks like there's one right there, but it's just kind of how the fabric's laying right now. But yeah, it's nice and flat. Everything looks good. The insides are all beautiful and reinforced. So there's our arm. Or, well, one of them. We already have the other arm stuffed, actually. Oh, it's behind me. Classic. Classic me putting everything out of my reach behind me. There we go. So this basically kind of goes into this. And what I'm going to do, once I have everything else kind of sewn together, this one doesn't have the insides done yet, like the zigzag thing. But I'm basically just going to sew a line right here to kind of define the toes. You can kind of see it, like if I just press it with my fingers together, you can kind of see what's going to happen. It's going to like squish the toes and make them look more like toes instead of just weird blobs. So that's the future plan. But again, this one doesn't even have the zigzag. Yeah, this just doesn't have the zigzags done yet. I just stuffed it to make sure the shape looked good before I continued with the other ones. Let me put that back. And let me grab our next one. What is this one? Probably a foot. Yeah, this one's a foot. Foot is a similar shape to the hands. It's just like less curvy and more flat, I guess. You know, see, this is like just straight. This one kind of has like a curve at the end here. I don't know. Apparently, according to 3D model, that's what they're like. Let me put that back there. Okay. Sewing machine, back this way. Oh, I probably should wait. Hold on. Alexa, set desk lights. Does that help? Does that make it better? That might make it a little bit better, actually. Maybe not. I don't know. I forgot. I normally have the desk light set to like a bright, kind of hospital-ish white. Well, it's not really a hospital, like clinic. I don't know. It seems to make it kind of come through a little bit better. Ah, my god, secondary dents. Welcome on in. Welcome, welcome. We're making Quagsire feet right now. We're just about to get this one sewn up. I just need to get the pins out of the way and get my little pin bag over here. Sorry, not pins, clips. I keep calling them pins. They're not pins, they're clips. My brain gets confused. I'm just used to using pins. Alright, let me make sure the thread's nice and long so it doesn't get sucked in. If it's too short of like it'll get sucked into the machine, you have to rethread it, and that's just it's just really annoying. It's not a big deal, it's just annoying. Especially when you get everything lined up all perfect to start sewing, and then it's just like, zoop! I gotta undo everything. Okay. Let me get that clip out. Open up my bag a little bit so I'm not just missing the hole. There we go. Alright, oh, let me switch back to straight stitch. That'll probably help, won't it? Alright, everything looks good. Line that up. Perfect. And away we go. It helps if I kind of like line it up so it's going to go straight. I feel like the Minky just kind of behaves a little bit better that way. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's just all in my head. Minky's very slippery and difficult to work with. Let's see, make sure the backing's still good. Perfect. My boppin is not freaking out today, so far. Here come the toes. Is there an advantage to using clips as opposed to pins? Honestly, I don't know. I mean, the clips are very easy to use. They like... So, where are my pins? Here are my pins. So I have both pins and, clips. So like when you're pinning stuff together, I feel like sometimes it kind of bunches. Like if I pin this, kind of has like a bump, you see? Actually, it kind of looks like it's bumpy down here, but like that's just like the pin itself, kind of making a little bump. And I feel like with clips, it's just more flat. It's like, you know. I'm gonna try to do a better example because that was bad. There we go. So it was straight, and now there's like a bump in it. But if I have a clip, I'm gonna put that back. With a clip, you know, you make it nice and straight. And you put a clip in there, and it stays nice and straight. So I think that might be an advantage. I don't really know though. I don't sew that often. I don't know, it just feels like clips are easier to use too. Like, because they're not gonna... Another thing with the pins, you're gonna prick the hell out of your fingers every now and again. I did it several times over the past few days when I was trying to get the zipper to work. They like hide into the fabric and like you just prick your finger and like, ah, shoot. It hurts. And then I, of course, you know, I did that. And then I had to go squeeze a lemon to get fresh lemon juice for a recipe I was making. And that just was not a fun time. Granted, I don't think most people prick their fingers with pins and then go squeeze lemons. But, you know, sometimes it just happens. But, you know, at the same time with clips, they can only work on, like, flat things. Whereas pins, I was able to use the pins on the back fin that's, like, very thick with foam, because the clip can't clip through that. So, like, I don't know, there's advantages and disadvantages to both. Clips are they're better for, like, flat stuff. That needs to stay nice and flat. Pins are great for really any kind of fabric. Especially things that are really thick that you can't really just have a clip on. I just that. Alright. Right about there's the center of our toe. Ouch. Yeah, very, very much ouch. It was not good. It hurt. But it was fine. I was squeezing lemon juice for a type of lemon elderflower cookie. And those turned out pretty great. They were very tasty. I've been practicing that specific recipe for a while because I was invited to my boyfriend's mother's cookie swap. She holds one every year. Well, every year except last year, I guess. And she invited me for this year's, and we're making 4 dozen sandwich-type cookies, which means, holy hell, I need to be good at it. Make 4 dozen of them. And it was like a recipe, like I've never made this type of cookie before. It's like a shortbread cookie with like a sort of buttercream filling and then also lemon curd in the middle. And it's like, I haven't made any of those kinds of things. And I was like, okay, well, time to practice so I don't mess it up right before the cookie swap happens. It's a good thing I did. The first time I made it, it turned out like shit. It was garbage. It looked awful too. It tasted fine, but the appearance was god-awful. So thankfully, I had the foresight to practice. You know, each time I do it, it's getting a little bit better. I only make like half batches, so it's not like I'm making a lot. But you know, still a decent amount. Especially when you consider I'm making them like... They're like really tiny sandwich cookies. So like a half batch still makes like a good, I don't know, dozen or so. The recipe says to make them bigger, but I don't know, it feels... They want to be like... The cookies they said to make were like about this big. And that feels just really big for a sandwich cookie. At least these kinds, because when you bite them, the filling goes everywhere. So I want to make mine like bite size, you know? Just like, you just... Small enough to just eat it in one bite. And you know, that seems to work better. Because then your cans aren't a mess. Either that or I'm making the buttercream wrong and it's not supposed to squish like that. I don't know. But it seems like no matter how stiff you make it, it's just gonna do that anyway. Okay, making sure the fabric on the bottom, I can feel it, it's not quite aligned with the edge here. So I'm trying to be very careful about where I'm sewing here. I don't want to have to sew over this again if I don't have to, but I feel like I might have to. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. Okay, well, that's fine. I don't know why it was so misaligned. What was I doing when I was clipping this together? Apparently I wasn't paying attention, that's what I was doing. There we go. Now it's smart. I put double clips here so that way I knew this was where I stopped sewing. Because when I get in the zone, I kind of just stop paying attention, and I will accidentally sew all the way through when I need to leave an opening. So I started getting the habit of putting double clips where I need to stop, so that way my brain knows to stop there. Let me stop right here. There we go. Alright, and then we need to redo that last toe. Just like the other one, we have to redo this one toe. That's fine. I might also kind of run along the edge a little bit here. It looks like it's all still on the fabric, but I like to be extra sure. So let's just grab that. Grab our thread. It got a little tangled up here. Hold on. There we go. Pull that through. And line her back up and we'll go through this side. But, you know, on the side where I can actually see the fabric that's way too far off. Why did it seems like just like shifted that way for no reason. Why did I pin it together like that? Okay. Apparently I was tired when I did this. Alright, I'm just trying to make sure I line it up with my last seam. Looks like right there is good. And I'm just going to kind of gradually lead it away from the edge of this side of the fabric. Not too far, but just enough. Yeah, that's all. That's much better. Much better. Now it'll definitely hold and not make a weird hole down the road. Looks like I need to go up this toe a little bit as well. That's fine. Let me make sure. I might go through that again. I'm trying to stay close to the edge, just because there's so much I'm like having to go over here. I don't want to make it like weirdly small compared to the other hand. But still might have to go over that one more time. Oh, it might. No, I'm gonna go. I want to be safer than sorry. I feel like it will hold, but I just want to be extra careful. There we go. That's good. Alright, that all looks better now. Let me just make sure there's no other weird spots. This side has like excess, and this side has not enough. I do not know how that happened. Okay. Let me check. Yeah, that toe. This toe is not fine. The first toe. It should be fine, but I want to go over this one spot. Just a tiny little spot. Okay. Okay, there's my second line. Okay, it's hard to see between my first line and my My first seam and my second. And I just did the thing. You know how at the start of the stream I mentioned to make sure your thread's long before you do something? I forgot to make sure it was long, so it got threaded back, or well, pulled back up into the machine. So now I have to rethread it. That way, this way, down, and then through the needle. Like, it's not even hard, it's just annoying. Get in there. There we go. Sometimes that's the hardest part, just getting it in the needle. Alright, now we'll go down. I try to make sure the bobbin's there too. Usually the bobbin's fine, it's usually just the top that gets like sucked up. There we go. Line that back up. And then we'll go down. Right here's the trouble spot. I'm just giving myself a lot of room to get kind of lined up. Right about here is where I need to slow down. Really make sure I am in both sides of the fabric. And there we go. That looks good to me now. That's perfect. And if nothing else, that little part is going to be like triple enforced. I guess more like double enforced. The first seam definitely is not on the fabric at all. Okay. Now let's get that out of the way again and do some trimming. My little bag of shiny clips. I really don't know if you can hear the clippy sounds. Doesn't look like it comes through. Hello, Voidicious. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? We're making feet. And I'm just trimming off the edge. Now I gave myself, you know, a decent amount of seam allowance. Now I want to trim that off so that way when I fold it inside out it looks better. And then also I want to zigzag the edge up so it's like extra reinforced. I don't want any holes to pop up in this big boy. Or if they do pop up, I want them to be very small and manageable. You can hear it? Okay, good. I don't know if that's good or not. I don't know. It's nice. Feet. Yes, feet. Woo. You're kind of sick? Wait, you're sick or the sound is sick? Or something else is sick? That's the problem with lingo these days. Sick is also a thing for cool. But also it's still sick. Okay, kind of come around the toes. Okay, I feel like that part's actually already short enough. I might do a little bit in the corner. Alexa, play notification. I have no idea what she's saying. Her volume is like low as hell. I think she's trying to tell me to like resubscribe to something or another. She does that sometimes, and I wasn't expecting any packages today, so I bet that's what it is. She's like, hey, I saw you bought this, this frying pan, like, you know, a month ago. Would you like to buy another one? She does it all the time. It's like, why would I buy another frying pan? No. Your health sick, right? Like, and she goes, oh, I'm sorry you're feeling sick. Hope you feel better soon. I feel like my stream's really delayed or something. I feel like everybody that's replying is like replying to stuff I said quite a while ago. Longer than usual. Normally my, like, you know, the delay between my output and what gets onto Twitch isn't that long. But today it seems like it's extra long. Alright, I'm just like trimming up the corners of the toes so they lay nice and flat. Once it's flipped inside out, do a little bit more maybe. Do it on this side. There we go. Okay, that should be plenty of it. Plenty of wiggle room to lay nice and flat. Let's just keep going with the other toes. Get them nice and trimmed. Make them look all nice and pretty. Yeah, I like buttercream. Yeah, now you're just doing this with me. Because I know I was talking about buttercream way before anything else has happened. God, the buttercream? Sorry, no, but now I'm thinking about buttercream. It's so good. It's literally just butter and powdered sugar with sometimes flavoring in it. Why is it so damn good? Cute Roomba. God. Okay, things are looking fine so far. Sorry, my face keeps like breaking because I hold this up in front of my face tracking camera, which is right there. You know, my camera might be in a different position today because you couldn't see that before. At least last stream. I guess I accidentally moved things around at some point. Alright, here we go. Alright, there's like a lot of excess on this like toe corner. I guess, is it a corner? I guess it's a corner. I don't know what to call it. It's like a toe wedge. Alright, just kind of cut a little bit closer to the seam before I kind of make those little notches I did before. There we go, that's better. That doesn't look so ridiculous now. Now let me cut those little wedges. Come on, scissors. There we go. Scissors do not want to cut through with like the teeniest, tiny little tip of the scissors. Don't want to like cut through the thread though. So I'm being extra, extra careful. There we go. That looks good. Should lay nice and flat too. Toe crease. Yes. Love my toe creases. Toss that out. We're almost to the end here. Then we can do our zigzag. And make everything nice and pretty. Actually, I guess before I do that, I would want to check the shape of it from the right side out. Boop. Almost. A little bit more. What are you making? I'm making a absolutely gigantic Quagsire plush. It will be about 6 feet from its head to its butt, so it doesn't include the tail. It's gonna be like laying down, like, you know, flat on the ground. Kind of like, it's gonna be splooting, like a little corgi dog. It's like its tail's gonna extend behind it for a ways, but the body itself is 6 feet long. The tail adds, I don't even know how much length. What we're doing right now is just one of the feet. Which is just one of his little toes, or not toes, one of his little feet that are going to be like kind of splooting out behind him. I'm just going to flip it inside out, make sure all of the folds look good, make sure there's no holes or anything, which there shouldn't be. I double checked all the seams. Alright, let me squish out that toe a little bit more. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. There's our little toes. You can see the little toes. And we'll do the same thing that we're doing with the hands. We're just gonna like sew like a little line down here a little bit to kind of define the toes. You know, once we get it stuffed and everything. Can't do it beforehand, really. A what plush? A Quagsire plush. Where's my phone? Actually, wait, where is my phone? Hold on. Phone? Oh, there's my phone. It was hiding. It's a Pokemon. Let me get a picture really quick. Quagsire. Images. It's basically this little boy. This little derby boy. You know, very blue. He's got like you can't see it in this picture, but he's got like that, kind of like that. He's got his tail, that little dark thing. That's a little back fin. He's also got like a little purple spot. Oh, this is a better picture. Here we go. There you go. Now you can see his back fin, his little derpy face, his little derpy hands. He's very cute. He's a very cute boy. But that's what we're making. I'm making it for somebody. They're paying me to do it. They just apparently really, really want a more than life-size Quagsire body pillow plush. And that's what we're doing. That looks good. That should be good. Okay, let's put this inside out. Finish up the seam, and then move on to the other foot. I did not turn my phone off. Phone, stop it. Oops. Apparently I accidentally opened up Samsung Pay. Didn't know I was gonna go around paying somebody today. Alright, here we go. Shake that off. Flatten that all out. And we'll pull this up. We're gonna do zigzag. Turn it on. Line that up. Come on. Stop fighting me, little minky fabric. Make sure our thread's nice and long, because I don't want it to be sucked up again. And there we go. Honestly, this is like the easiest part of the whole thing, just zigzagging through all the stuff you already cleaned up. I gotta be careful. But, you know. You haven't played Pokemon since the original Gen 2? I think this guy's in one of the earlier gens. I don't remember which one though, hold on. Maybe it was Gen 3. Quagsire Gen. Okay, phone. Can you connect to the internet, please? It looks like Gen 2. I think. What gen is Quagsire? Yeah, it's Gen 2. Quagsire is from Gen 2. If you were the CEO of Apple and you, from the future, appeared one day with the iPhone 27 with revolutionary by today standards tech to sell today, so that Apple would have great sales and be given credit for tech you didn't develop, do you think there'd be an ethical dilemma? Probably. Yeah, I would say there'd probably be an ethical dilemma there. You know, it's just kind of cheating as a whole. Like, you know, capitalism, yes, it'd be a smart move by capitalism standpoints. But like, you'd be putting yourself at like an unfair advantage over your competition. You know, unless everybody gets to have their future self come through and give them technology that they didn't have to put any effort into to develop. You played a bit of Moon, never got off the first island. I don't think I ever played Moon. Yeah, I don't think I ever played Moon. I think I stopped around Diamond Pearl until Sword and Shield came out, and then I got that. The therapist said no. Strange. Like, it'd be one thing if your future self came to you with, like, guidance or advice on how to progress things, but, like, just giving you the straight-up solution without you having to do any effort. That just seems like cheating, and that cheating is unethical. You know? So, from a therapist standpoint, you know, this is probably alluding to, like, you know, I don't know, improve, like, say it's like improving yourself, you know? You have a goal in mind. You want to be, I don't know, be more truthful. You know, you have to put in the effort and the work to get to that point. Because without that, you're just like, you know, if you just go from here to the finish line, you don't learn any of the things in between. If you don't learn things in between, then the finish line isn't really going to give you the result you want, you know? Like, yes, you'll be truthful. Was I saying truthful? I think so. Yeah, you'll be truthful, but, like, you won't have any emotion behind it, you know? You're just being truthful to be truthful. You're not being truthful because, I don't know, maybe you respect the people or whatever. I don't know, there's like a lot of lessons to learn along the way, and like a lot of motivation and work to put behind it, so that way the end result actually feels satisfying and is emotionally fulfilling. That's what I think anyway, but I'm also not a therapist, so, you know, whatever. I also don't know if I explained that at all. I might have just come out as gibberish. I'm not good at explaining things. But I would personally say, as tempting as it would be to, you know, get rich quick scheme, the end result isn't gonna be the same as if you actually put in the work. Second question. Ooh, hit me. Say no, because anything made by Apple is just paperweight. I mean, that too, but like, ignoring the Apple part, if it were made by, I don't know, if it were like any other company, I would still say the same thing. Is it okay to make out with your future self? I would say, is that like a form of masturbation? Would that be? Well, I guess you're not really like getting off, you're just making out. It might be a little gay. It might be. Just a little bit, you know? It's like that weird like in between where it's like, yes, it's yourself. I would say it's narcissistic, if anything. Yeah, if anything, I'd say that's just narcissism. Liking yourself so much that you want to make out with them. I don't know, it could definitely be gay. Kind of missed the fabric a little bit, so I'm just kind of fixing it. Oh no? What do you mean, oh no? I guess the next question, is it gay to masturbate? So, like, if you can answer that question, that will give you the answer to your original question there. If it is gay to masturbate, then yes, making out with yourself is gay. I like how we get into the real deep questions here. Okay, just wanna... Where's my thingy? My dinger. Where did I put that? Hold on. In here? It's in there. I got my little seam ripper here, but like the back of it's dull, so I like to use that to kind of push fabric under the foot whenever it pops up. Nice. Is it gay to have an iPhone 27? Yes. Yes, it is. But you're wearing socks? I don't care. It's still... You could be wearing the straightest socks on earth. It's still gay. Actually, all socks really have a curve in them. None of them are straight. You know, unless you have really dumb socks that, like, don't form to your foot. You need to take some stronger payments. Okay. You do that. You do what you need to do. There we go. There's that one. All sewn up. Let me just double check the zigzags on the outside, because I did miss a couple spots, but I went back and I backstitched over to them. Yeah, it looks like they're all good. No, you've had straight socks, they sucked. Yeah, like a straight, like literally just a tube, that wouldn't be comfortable at all, they would suck. They would just like get all wrinkly and like the weird places on your foot where it curves. Alright, looks like I got all the spots. Let me just push that back. Ba, ba, ba. Alright, push this through. Get our toes, make sure everything still lays flat, all nice and pretty. Let me get that through. I mean, there's really no reason it shouldn't lay flat like it did before. But you never know with these things, you know? Sometimes you do one thing and it shouldn't change anything, and then it does. Looks like we're all good. It's like a little scrunched up, but like that's gonna be where we sew down. And it's not that scrunched up, so it's gonna be fine. There you go. I think you're supposed to be tilted down a little bit. Hold on. Maybe I just tilt you down just like a tiny bit so you can see more of the table. There we go. Now you can see the table a little bit better. You can see these toes. Look at those nice toes. Okay. Put that back. Now, I'm gonna get the other foot. Ugh. There we go, here's the other foot. Let me see if I did like... This one looks like it's all pinned up together correctly. I don't know why the other one was so off. I don't know if I was like trying to rush it or what. I was pinning these together pretty fast, so I probably just didn't double check my work. Which, you know, that's really just a shame on me. I should know better. You gotta double check everything. You know? Measure twice, cut once sort of thing. But like in a sewing sense. I don't even know what that would be. You'd look at it twice, pin once. Align it? Yeah, align it twice, pin once. I don't know. I don't know how that would work out. Am I on a straight stitch? I am. Okay. Okay. Looks like we're doing good so far. Bobbin still looks like it's doing everything fine. So let's just go around this curve and not mess up my scrap trimming pile. Let me pull this up a little bit. There we go. Then switch around. There we go. There's just something very satisfying about just like picking up the foot and just swinging it around the other way. There, swing it around again. Alright, looks like everything's lining up a lot better than the last one. Which is good, because I don't know, it makes me concerned when they don't line up right. Thankfully I was able to finagle the last one to line up enough. So that way it, I don't know, it should still be about the same size and everything. The toes might be a little bit smaller, but it shouldn't be too noticeable. Especially once you, like, get distracted by the gigantic body this thing's gonna have. Alright, here's my double pin. Alright, there we go. Uh-oh. Did my bobbin run out of thread? Okay, well no, it seems strong. What's going on with you, bobbin? Why aren't you... Whoops. Why aren't you out here? I think maybe, did it just tear off at the end? Like, there's definitely thread on both sides, which means that it should definitely have gone all the way. Maybe it just got weird at the end with the back stitch. I think I see the end of it right here. Yeah, okay. Sure, whatever. That's fine. We're going over this whole thing again anyway with the zigzag stitch, so that's not a big deal. Let me put all this stuff back on. Oh, is that the wrong way? Where does this go on again? Hold on. Okay, let me just put the foot on and then put it on. Okay, so it's definitely supposed to, like, hook up right here. How did you fall off? Weird thread is weird. It really is. I don't know why it does what it does. I also don't know why this just came off. We'll just slide in right there. Let me take the foot off again. There we go. I'm going to take out my little tool and tighten this. Where is it? There it is. Okay, let me just tighten this and then we'll keep going. I don't know why this just popped right off like that. I've never undone this part, I don't think. This just got loose. That feels nice. Nice and tight. Okay. So that's a thing. I really wish I had a camera like right here so you guys could like see what I'm seeing almost. But I don't really know how I would do that without like getting in my way. I guess I could have like a head cam, but that'd be kind of weird. I also don't really have anything to strap stuff to my head, or a webcam that would work on my head. Alright, threading the bobbin, pulling that back out. That bottom feels a little bit like there's more tension in it than there should be. Hold on, let me just redo that again. Make sure it's going the right way. Goes around here, and then goes up there. Then we do this. That feels better, okay. Sometimes it's just like a really weird tension in the thread that's not supposed to be there, and I don't really know why. My only guess is I don't thread it correctly sometimes. Even though I take the same steps. GoPro and head strap. I mean, I have... So I do have an action cam. Is it on my desk? No, I put it away. I do have an action cam, but it doesn't work as a webcam. It's not a GoPro, it's a... Oh god, what is it called? Osmo Action, there we go. But unfortunately they do not have support to be a webcam. Which is very unfortunate, you know? It's a great action cam for like when I'm shooting and stuff, but when I'm not actively shooting at conventions, it doesn't really get much use. And if I could use it as like a head-mounted cam, that'd be great. There's even like what is it called? Like stabilization. So like the video isn't so bouncy. Is that what it's stabilize? I don't know. It has that built in. So like it would work great as a webcam on my head. It wouldn't be, you know, obviously it'd move around a lot, but it wouldn't be like too upsetting for those with motion sickness. Is it motion sickness with video games that bounce up and down a lot? I don't know. With whatever that is. I don't know. But, you know, I also don't really plan to do these streams a whole lot. Like, honestly, once I finish this big old plush, that might be it for these kinds of sewing streams for a long while. I would love to do more like this. But it's just really annoying because I had to, like, basically... This table is usually my desk for, like, my computer stuff. And I had to basically just, like, destroy my whole setup to do this setup. And that's kind of annoying, you know? Because I want to be able to, like, just seamlessly switch between the two without having to redo everything. Maybe if I ever own my own place and I actually have space for multiple setups, I would have a table for just sewing streams, and that would be amazing. I'd just have, like, a little camera mount I just, like, put, like, somewhere around here, like, where you can actually see something good. You know, instead of just this stupid angle that I have to work with. The things I want to do, but I do not have space for. Yeah, motion sickness? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I don't know, I don't think I have motion sickness, but like, I don't know. Maybe that'll change when I can play on a VR headset, whenever that might be. I put the Oculus Quest 2 on my wish list for Christmas. I don't think I'm gonna get it, but like, I'm just like, I mean, if somebody wants to be very, if a relative of mine wants to be very generous and get it for me, then I guess I won't stop them. You know, the VR set I actually want is, the Index. But I've never really used a VR set for an extended period of time, so I don't know if it would, like, get me motion sick. You know, and I don't want to spend $1,000 on something that I might not be able to use for more than, like, half an hour at a time. You know, I want to be able to last, like, at least a couple hours. You get motion sickness from reading in a moving car. You know, I've had that happen a little bit, but not very often, you know? Like, I have gotten motion sick before. But, like, it's not always a surefire thing. Sometimes... You know, sometimes I can sit in a car for like hours reading something on my phone. Sometimes I can go maybe 20 minutes before I feel sick. It's just, I don't know what's different. Maybe it's just like my stomach or something. I don't know. I don't know why I get motion sick sometimes and other times I don't. Okay, I'm gonna clean up this like little toe crease over here. Get it snipped nice and open so that way it lays flat. But anyways, yeah, that's why I'm going for an Oculus Quest 2 instead of an Index right off the bat. You know, because I can sink, like, what is that, 200, 300 bucks on something, and, you know, not really care if I can't use it that much. Get sick from reading in the car? Not always, but sometimes. You have a sensory disorder and you rarely ever get dizzy or motion sick. That's all. That is awesome. Like, speaking of VR, you'll get the Sony one for your PS4 someday. Honestly, that's how I feel with like a ton of things. I'm like, okay, I'll get this someday. That day's not today, but you know, one day. Honestly, for a lot of the stuff that I want to get, I don't have the space for it. I live in a one-bedroom apartment with my boyfriend. We both have, like, an office computer desk. You know, both of our desks are crammed into what's supposed to be our dining room, which is like a 10 by 10 space. And we both have L-shaped desks. So it's very hard to fit in here. It's very tight squeezed, but, like, we made it work pretty well. But it's not big enough for, like, you know, having a special table to the side where I can do a sewing stream or something, you know? So I have to, like, take apart my computer desk setup to do sewing streams. A slightly higher than average resistance to pain. Ooh. That sounds useful. Even a IKEA table's desk. This is, the one I'm working on right now is basically an IKEA table. I think we ordered it off of Wayfair, actually. I don't know. But it, you know, it came, you know, in pieces, we put it together. It serves decently well.
He is coming.
Oh my god.
Cover your butt.
Oh my god, Nye boss, welcome on in here. How was your, oh god, wait, my mod isn't here. I have to do the shout out myself. Hold on, how was your stream? Hold on, I need to, shout out. Oh god, I can't even see if I'm spelling it right, because, like, there's a screen, like, over here, but I'm, like, way back here. Nye boss. Did I do it? I think, did I do it? Did I spell that right? Nye boss say, I think I spelled it right. Okay. Games and demos. Ooh, what were you doing? I love games and demos. The secret games, the indie games. It's tea time. Hello, tea time. Well, come more Red Week. I don't think I've ever heard of that. What is that? What is that all about? What kind of game is it? I love trying new games. Especially, like, you know, there's something special about indie games too, you know? You're supporting, you know, like a single dev or like a small team. It's just like, I don't know, it's just like heartwarming all the way around. You're like, oh, look at all the passion in this. But also, I'm actually helping people instead of just a large corporation that makes AAA games. And honestly, sometimes those AAA games aren't very good. A new game by Clace. Oh, okay. Interesting. How come I didn't hear that? Like, I've definitely heard of Clace's games. I guess that one just slipped under my radar. I don't know. I've never played his games either. Sorry, I'm assuming it's a him. I should just say them. I don't think I've played their games. Like, I've definitely heard a lot about their games, just I've never actually played them. I don't know why. I enjoy visual novel type games. Do you need a link to download if you wish? Oh, yes, please. Yes. Because I definitely will forget, like, 5 minutes from now. Or rather, 5 minutes after the conversation has ended that the game even exists, and I will just be like, you know, future if it ever comes up again. Oh, wow, Clace made another game? Hello, Marsomatic, welcome on in here. Hello. How you doing? What are we sewing? We're sewing a gigantic-ass Quagsire plush. Once he's finished, his body will be 6 feet from head to butt, plus however long the tail is gonna add. He's gonna be like splooting like a corgi. He's gonna be like a gigantic body pillow. So like it's gonna be 6 feet of the body plus the tail. It's gonna be great. But it's also gonna take forever. We're like a good maybe halfway through, maybe not even halfway. We're probably like a good third of the way through the plush. I've got like the body fin attached. That took me like all day. Monday and Tuesday. It was a big thing. I can briefly show the back fin. Right now we're just trimming up the toes. This is one of the feet. You have fancy scissors? Yes, they're my fabric scissors. They make my hand feel nice because there's a spring. You can kind of see it, right? Wait. Oh yeah, there we go. Now you can see it better. Yeah, there's like a spring right there. It makes it very easy on my wrists to open and close. Also, my camera's freaking out because it's right here. This little black thing is my camera for my face tracking. And this is my real face. Hello. My face looks very red on this webcam because I had to adjust the values so that way the fabric looked not pale as hell. But it makes me look red as all hell. Anyway. Foot. Fabric stuff has been cut. I will zigzag that in a second. Let me just get the body. Get all this stuff out of the way. You're not gonna be able to see, like, much of anything of the body because it's so huge, but here's, like, part of the back fin. This is the neck right here. Here's the top fin. We have, like, the second ridge of the fin. Then we have the third ridge of the fin. And then here's kind of the butt. And then it curves around to the tail. And then the end of the tail's, like, right there. So, yeah, it's big. It's very big. It's very hard to sew on this tiny little desk. But basically what I was doing the past couple days... Oh, it's on the other side. Of course it's on the other side. Flip. I was basically sewing a zipper onto the back fin. So that way, the person that this is being sent to can just zip it open and, like, stuff it or unstuff it as needed. So that's, like, the inside. It's not completely put together. Body, at least. Just the zipper. Is this a commission? Yes, it is. Somebody apparently really wanted a... Originally, they wanted a life-size Quagsire, like, body pillow plush. But then, after discussing the pricing a little bit, they're like, okay, what if we make it 6 feet? Because originally, a Quagsire is, I think it's like 4'11" from head to toe. So we changed that proportion to be 6 feet, and then plus whatever the tail's gonna add. Because I don't actually know how big the tail is. I didn't measure. But they just wanted the body to be 6 feet. So, you know, that's what we've been working on, like, the past few weekends. Alright, I want a life-size Flygon, please. How big is a Flygon? Wait, where's my phone? Let me look this up. Flygon size. How big is it? Holy shit, it's 6'7". See that, guys? Wait, see? Oh god, it's flipped for you guys. Oh no. Because I flipped it. It's 6'7". Tall, very tall. I mean, it makes sense. It's a big boy. I kind of want to make more Pokemon plushes. Probably not life-size for a while, but, like, I have extra fabric that I'm just trying to figure out what to do with. I'm like, I could just make more plushes. My god. Honestly, a Flygon plush? That wouldn't actually be that hard to do. The hardest parts would be, like the little, like, little green bit on his, like, upper leg and the stripes on his tail, but, like, he's got a very simple body shape. Ooh, the eyes would also be weird because they're, like, clear and bulbous, but then he's got, like, eyes underneath the bulbous parts. That would be a little tricky. Okay. Anyways, that's enough ruminating about future projects that, like, I don't know, would probably never happen, but, you know, it's a possibility. Anything's a possibility. What do you think is the best Pokemon for snuggling? Oh, you wanna see? Hold on, wait. I'm gonna put my mic here really quick because I can't take it with me where I'm going. You wanna see? You wanna see the best snuggling plush that there is? Oh, you're gonna see it. Oh, you're gonna see it, alright. Oh god, it won't fit. It won't fit through here. Let me get my little mic here really quick. So I have here a life-size Dragonair plush, which is about 6 feet and 1 inch from nose to tail tip. You can't really see. Wait, maybe if I tilt up. Okay, wait, hold on. Let's do this. But he is big boy. He's got his little ball, neck ball. Where's his tail tip? Here's his tail tip with his little tail balls. Oh, why am I out of breath from doing that? You have a plush, but it's like a Chinese bootleg, so it's a little janky. Oh, I understand that. Okay, let me put my thing back down, and I will go put this back where it's supposed to be. But he's my big boy. He's the best boy. He makes the best body curl because he's just freaking long. Like, look at all that. He's thick and long. Oh god. He'll come here. There we go. Come here. My sweet socks. Okay, I knocked over like everything on the way. But I did it. So if you were the CEO of Apple, oops, sorry, I dropped my mic. If you're the future the CEO of Apple, and you from the future gave you Dragonair, wouldn't that be cool? That'd be amazing. Are you the CEO of Apple? Sure, yeah. I'm the CEO of Apple now. What if I became the CEO of Apple, and then I just disbanded the company? Wouldn't that be a move? I'm not a fan of Apple, by the way. I don't like them as a company. Maybe I'll just take everything that I don't like about them and do the opposite. Doing God's work. Right? Okay. I don't know. It was like here somewhere, probably. Oh, look at my fabric clip bag. I got my little clips in here to clip together fabric. It's my favorite little bag ever. It's just so cute, I love it. Okay. It's my bell sack. Oh yeah. You like looking at my bell sack? What if you were the CEO of Android and you from the future was CEO of Apple? I would question my life decisions and I would sit there. I would have an interview with my future self and ask where I went wrong. That way I could avoid doing that. Alright, zigzag. Check our tension good, width good, length good, okay. Oh yeah, for those of you that weren't here before, we did a straight stitch all the way through on this. You can probably see it a little bit right here. So now what we're doing is we're taking a zigzag stitch and kind of just like taking the edge of the fabric all the way down to the straight stitch we did, and it's kind of like just zigzag over it, so that way it's nice and reinforced and it looks pretty and it's all nice and neat and orderly. It's really unnecessary, but like I don't know. It makes me feel better about myself, so I do it. It's also really easy to do, so like it's not a big deal, just, you know, I have to go back over the thing I just sewed together. Oh, so we're doing good. Get this fabric or this string out of the way. Get out of there. Oh, it sounds like Drew's home. Hi, Drew.
Hello?
I'm streaming, by the way.
I know.
Okay. Drew knows I'm streaming. I can continue. I didn't even hear the door at first. I just heard like keys once I stopped sewing. I was like, oh. Nice. What time is it? Hold on. Oh, it's only 5 o'clock. I got a while still. Okay, looks like we're doing good. I gotta stop every now and again to make sure I'm sewing in the right spot. I don't want to extend past my straight stitch, otherwise it'll just kind of look weird on the outside. Like toe corners are they make me nervous. I just feel like I'm gonna mess them up and I'm just gonna like sew straight down or something. So we're doing good. Alright, yep, doing good. The toes are the trickiest part. But it looks like we're doing good so far. And now it's just the straight part, which is super easy. I don't have to worry about it at all. I guess I could worry about it a little bit. You know, it's okay to be a little nervous. It keeps you alert, so you don't mess up. Okay, it feels like there's a wrinkle right there. I'm gonna flatten that out so I don't sew a wrinkle into this. Forward, back, forward, back, forward. I like to really reinforce the ends of my seams. I do way more than I need to. But that looks good, everything's good, this side looks good. There's a long string I'm gonna trim off really quick. Get off of there. Forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. And then forward and back. And also forward and back. And also a little bit more forward and back, you know, just keep going. Then you go sideways. Alright, flip it out. Let's see how it looks. Those look like toes. There we go. Yeah, look at our toes. They look good. I'm gonna compare it to my other foot that I messed up a little bit on. You play Final Fantasy XIV? I do not, actually. I kind of want to, but also I don't normally play MMOs because I don't really, I don't know, play. I don't have people to play with really, like, you know, consistently. I could probably play, you know, once or twice with a friend, and then after that I'll just like fall to the side and like never play it again. It's a song for one of the raids. Ooh. Oh god. I didn't know that. Alright. Other foot looks like... Let me fix it a little bit that way. Okay, looks like they're actually about the same size. So even though I messed up a tiny bit on the first foot, it's still gonna be fine. So let's wrap up our feet and get what's next. I think it's the tail. I think that's all I have left for today. But the tail has many parts. Here's the tail. To be fair, this portion of the fabric is all just extra that I left on, so it's easier to attach to the body. Because, you know, I can always trim off the excess later on, but I can't just add on more fabric without making seams. This one I did entirely with pins because I ran out of clips at that point, so I need to be careful not to prick my fingers, like, all the time. There's also 3 sides. You can probably see if I do this. There's 3 different pieces of fabric here, so I need to figure out which one is the part I want to start with first. This is the bottom, okay. I want to start with not the bottom first. Let's do this, the top. Okay. Got me a sewing machine. And carefully put that down without pricking my fingers. Lay flat, please. Thank you. And let's get my little pin cushion, which I feel like this is the same pin cushion that everybody has. That everybody got it from like some weird kit that their grandma or something gave them, and it's just like a weird tomato with like a chili on the side. I don't know, but it feels like everyone has the same one. Why tomato? I have no idea. I got it from a relative, and that's as far as I know. Give me the song if you want. Oh yes, I would love to hear the music. Okay. Straight stitch, length is good, width good. Everything should be good. Make sure we backstitch like at least 20 bajillion times before we keep going. Okay, I'm just gonna... I need to make sure this lays nice and flat because there's so many pieces of fabric here instead of the usual 2. There's 3. You know, that's higher than I can count. Making sure I take out the pins as I go along because I don't want to mess up my machine. You do wonder why pin cushions are always tomato? Like, right? Like, why are they always a tomato? I don't understand. There's so many other shapes. Why does everybody have the tomato? It's not even just, it's like tomato with like a weird chili on the edge. I don't even know what the little chili's for, but I have it pinned down. Because I don't know. What else am I going to do with a pin cushion? The strawberry part of the pin cushion is for sharpening and cleaning bits. Oh, that's a strawberry? I thought it was a chili. Why is there a strawberry attached to tomato? Who came up with these things? And why? And like, why did it become so popular that that's the default? You know, that's the one everybody has now. And has pretty much always had. For as long as I've existed.
Grandma's historically and consistently put bread and bobbin in cookie containers.
Right? It was like,
That's the real.
my grandma literally had the same thing. You know, I was excited about it because I liked sewing as a kid. But, like, I understand the disappointment for other kids thinking there's cookies inside. Anyways, it apparently comes from the belief that placing tomato on the mantle of a new house to ward off spirits. Huh. Wouldn't the tomatoes kind of go rotten very quickly? Tomatoes aren't really known for lasting a long time.
That's why they brought them to comic books.
Oh. How do you sharpen a pin with a strawberry, right? I imagine you just like go there and you just like stab it repeatedly. You know, like this. You just stab it. You just stab the hell out of it. You just really stab it. Am I doing it? Am I doing it? Go say tomatoes effect. Right? Is this good? Is it any sharper? I don't know how to test how sharp it is. I don't know, it stabs the fabric, but it also stabbed the fabric before.
How easy does it stab you?
I don't want to test that part. I've tested it too many times already. Yo! I don't know if you guys can hear Drew at all. He's in the background yelling me to test it on my skin. You want me to stab myself with pins? I say nay. Ow. I stabbed myself. Rude, Drew. Test it on Drew. Yeah, there we go. We'll test it on Drew. Bodily harm is against Twitch TOS. Oh yeah. Don't hurt any part of you. Although I did just accidentally stab my finger with one of the pins on the other side here. It's off screen though. You guys didn't see it, so you know, clearly it didn't happen. If you can't see it, it doesn't exist. Let me just pull this up. Oh god, I just realized I'm like... Oh god, I'm like dispersing my scrap trimming pile. Let me put it on the other side. That way I'm not just like spreading this everywhere and making a gigantic mess. Put it like back here. There we go. That's better. No poke. Yeah, no, don't tell on me. Oh god, I just realized I moved my tracking camera out. Like, I was like, oh, there's a thing here. I should move it. No, I need that to stay here. I need to reset my tracking now. I accidentally moved my camera. How dare I mess up my own stream? Tracking, get over here so I can see the button. There we go. Fixed it. I'm back now. I'm normal. Everything's fine. Double check me. Yeah, looks like the bobbin's still going. I don't know why it just like breaks randomly. But it seems to only break like at the very end. When I'm like doing the back stitch. I guess it doesn't like me doing the back stitch like 20 times. Okay. Put the white... I don't know if you guys noticed, but I have my tomato color coded. Each section has its own little color. So we have the white, black, blue, green, red that you can't really see because it blends in, and then yellow. And then also, there's like not colored ones, like down the line holding the strawberry down. You don't understand how these machines work? Honestly, neither do I. There is a thread up here, and there's a thread down here, and they combine in the middle somewhere to make things happen. You're gonna go because you're stinky and you need to do a family thing later? Later, have a good Quagsire. Thank you for joining me, Nanobot. Say hi to future you. Okay, I'll say hi to my future self for you. How future does it have to be? Is it like 5-minute future me? Because past that, I might not remember. Actually, 5 minutes is still pretty generous. So it's just stabbing at something over and over. Yeah, like, I don't know how it works. Like, there's a thread and a needle up here. It goes down and, like, hooks onto the thread down there somehow. I don't really understand. I don't know. It works, and that's as much as I can hope for. Where's thread go? It's magic. But then not knowing how it works is also a big problem when it breaks, and you don't know how to fix it. The best I can do is I can just re-thread both pieces and take there's like a metal plate right here. I can take it off and clean the inside out, because sometimes like a lot of fuzz gets built up in there. And then usually that does the trick. It's only ever not done the trick once, and we threw that machine away and got a new one. You know, that's just how it works. That's just how these things do. Okay, this one is a little bent. Let me bend it out the right way. Some of my needles are a little bent from being used in too thick a fabric for them, but I do it anyway because I need to pin it down somehow. Okay, we're getting close to the part where like it kind of merges over to the other fabric. And I'm not 100% how I'm going to do that transfer, because there's like a part here, but I need to go down to this side. Maybe I'm just going to like hope for the best. Gary used to teach me how to sew pot holders. It's been a long time, so I can do that now. I mean, I feel like that wouldn't be too bad. Depending on how, I guess, a pot holder could be very complicated, or not complicated at all. Like, you just kind of have like that mitt shape, and then you just make two of them and put them together, probably. Maybe if you want to be extra fancy, you could put like a little piping around the end. Oh, the square ones? Oh, that would even be better. Yeah. Yeah, you just have two square pieces. Put them together, maybe like a little fancy like outer edge or something. Stuff them a little bit. I feel that wouldn't be too bad. I made a blanket with my grandma once when I was a kid. But I think, honestly, it was mostly her. I just picked out the fabric and I watched her do it. I was too young to remember, so I imagine that's what it was. I doubt she would let me near a sewing machine when I was like 4. I did take a sewing class in middle school though. And that was fun. We made a sweater and some pillows. And one other thing. What was the other thing? It was a sweater, pillows. It was not a second sweater, true. I don't know what the other thing was. But there were 3 things that we made. And it was very cool. The sweater particularly was amazing. I was like, wow, I made clothing. I never have to buy clothing again. Meanwhile, like, it looked like a really shitty... I think mine was like purple and black. It was like made out of fleece or something. Which like, it was like a very weird material. I don't even know what happened to it. I don't even remember wearing it at all. It just disappeared as soon as I made it. I probably threw it away. Drew's laughing in the background.
Bring something home and never remember wearing it or seeing it again.
Well, the thing is, it was mine.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, like, I was probably the one to throw it away. I was in middle school. It's like, you know, my mom wasn't dressing me or anything. She wouldn't care. But I probably just ended up throwing it away. I don't know. I know I threw away the pillow that I made very shortly after I made it, because like, it was like a pig. I didn't care about it. You know, it wasn't even like a good looking pillow. Like, I don't know, like the pattern we got, it was just so weird. I didn't like it. Like, you know, I made it well. because like I already knew how to sew in middle school, but I don't know. I wasn't a fan of the pattern that we got for the pillow. So I probably wasn't a fan for the sweater, because I remember distinctly thinking it was weird. Like, it was cool that I made a sweater, but it was weird. It was, like, not my style at all. Okay, I'm trying to, like, line up the bottom pieces of fabric. I think I got it. Maybe? Hold on. Uh-oh. Where'd that pin go? Oh, it's down there. Okay, and there... Was that middle school? Yeah, that was middle school. Yeah, that was definitely middle school. That wouldn't have been high school. Sorry, sometimes I forget which things happened where. But no, that was definitely a middle school one. Okay, I think I got it lined up. I just need to, like, hold it down very tightly. Okay, I think I got it. Yep, I'm past it. Okay, cool. Now we'll find out if I did it right after I finish this edge. Blue goes there. Let me just, like, bring this out this way. Maybe move the scissors off of that so we don't just rattle all over the place. There we go. Was the cake still there? Drew? Was the cake still there? It was moved? There was a cake that... Earlier today I went outside and one of our neighbors had a cake sitting in front of their door. But the cake wasn't protected at all. It was like just like a little like stand, the cake, and like a balloon tied to like the base of the stand, and that was it. It wasn't, there was like no lid on it or anything. I was just like, you know? It kind of felt a little weird that they didn't even try to put a lid over it to protect it from bugs or anything. It felt a little gross. It was very pretty, but I don't know. I wouldn't trust it sitting out there for more than, like, maybe half an hour. If that, I don't even know. Like, I guess there's not, like, a ton of bugs around right now. You know, it is kind of the fall time. But, like, there's still bugs. They're still around. They're just not as much as the summertime. Okay, get out there. Ow. I didn't prick my finger again. Anyone who claims that is a liar. My nose is itchy. Let me double check the bobbin is still doing good. Yeah, it looks like the bobbin thread's still fine. I'm like worried the bobbin's just gonna like run out of thread halfway through. It's happened to me before, and it's very disappointing. It's like I'm always constantly checking. I'm like, is it still there? Is it still working? Makes me nervous. It happened so many times when I was working on that Dragonair plush I showed earlier. And I just would run out. I'm like, God damn it. Gotta redo this whole half of the body. Okay, we're almost to the edge of this side. And then we get to do the other side. And then we get to trim it, and then do it all over again. It'll be faster the next time, though, because we don't have to take out the pins, we don't have to carefully look for everything all the time. It'll be good. Get up there. There we go. Ow. I didn't prick my finger again. They're not even like deep pricks, it's just like enough to be like, oh, I got stabbed by a little pointy thing. Doesn't even hurt that much, it's just sudden. And it's like, oh god. Hey, last one. Alright. Okay. We backstitched like a bajillion times. Looks like the bobbin's still there. That's good. I'm gonna extend the thread now before I forget. There we go. Alright, let me just go run my fingers through, make sure we didn't miss any needles. That one is falling out, but it's not supposed to be there. You go back in there. Don't fall out. And honestly, running through with your fingers is the easiest way to find needles. Okay, it looks like this is good. Perfect. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew down this edge of the third piece of fabric. Because what I don't know, I have a very strong feeling I'm going to have to shape this a little bit later. What I mean by that is I kind of sew the base shape and then I flip it out and I stuff it, and then from there I can kind of see where I need to, like, you know, adjust like the shaping of the whole thing. That's what I did with Dragonair. That's what I'm going to do here, because I don't know. It's easier to try to do that than make everything perfect before you put it together. So I'm going to just do a straight stitch. Ah! Thank you for the boop! I'm going to do a straight stitch on this side, and we won't worry about zigzagging the side, because I think this side is going to be the one that I will pull in if I need to. Maybe. I don't know. Or I'll just zigzag all of it and then just like redo it later. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of figuring it out as I go along. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to start where we did our other stitch through here. Then we need to transfer over to this side while sewing a little bit through the other half that we did sew through. It gets very weird when you have like a weird triangle of fabric pieces. I think if I go like right... I don't want to sew a fold in the fabric. I want to like make it nice and flat. Right there? Maybe if I like fold this down. Oh, will that work? That might work. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna fold it down underneath. So it's kind of tucked out of the way, but it's still like the edge of it's up here where I will sew through. I think that might be the best plan of attack for this. Okay, let me just... feel like it's not lined up quite right. Let me push it that way. There we go. That feels better. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going, and if we have to redo that one little spot, we can go back and do that later. I'm not gonna worry about it right now, though. Just gonna keep chugging. I think usually if we mess up one spot, we don't have to like go back and do everything again. It's just to do that one spot again, which is nice. You know, you have to make sure you like reinforce any bits that you trim off from the original seam, because you don't want it to be weak. You want to like backstitch over that again. Make sure it's nice and strong still. Looks like I think I did it. I don't know. We can always fix that up later. I don't really know what I'm doing. I just, you know, just do something until it kind of works. Just like art. You just kind of sit there and you fiddle with it until it looks right. Okay, I'm gonna move this fabric around because it's getting all wrinkled up down here. There we go. Alright, double check the back. The back looks good. I'm just so worried about that bobbin running out. It was getting a little bit low last I checked, but like still enough to last a good while. I don't want to like waste thread by, you know, taking it all off to put a new roll in. Alright, there's like a little wrinkle down here. There we go, now it's nice and flat. And that there. Perfect, okay. Looks like everything looks great. Oop! No, my tomato! Strawberry. There we go. Fixed it. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this inside out. Kind of press my finger around, make sure there's no holes. Especially up on the tip here. Oh, there is a little hole in the tip. Maybe I should try to fix that before I go in. I'm not really sure how to fix it though. I'm not even sure how to sew together this. Okay, wait, I have an idea. I think I understand. Ooh, loud. I had an epiphany. I sew on this side so I can see the back instead of putting that behind everything. Then we lay it all flat. Ooh, flat. I said flat. Flatter. Be as flat as flat earth. Okay, why aren't you laying flat? Oh, I see. I got a wrinkle caught up in the foot. Probably should make sure that part's flat first, and then the rest of it can be flat. Great. Okay. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna sew basically right across and kind of like pin this down almost. I think. I don't know, I thought I had an epiphany, but like as I fiddle with it, it feels like it's not gonna work. But it might still work. God, stop wrinkling, please. This minky does not stay still. Okay, that looks good. Pull this way. The tricky part is making sure the bottom piece is still flat while making the top pieces flat. It's just too much fabric moving around. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna like put that down. And then we're gonna like kind of bring this in a little bit and sew over this part. I think that'll make it connected. Did it do it? Kind of like scooted out of the way last second there. I think he just kind of slid. But that might have been enough. Hold on. Where's the end? Was that enough? Tentatively, maybe. Maybe enough. We'll flip it inside out and like be extra sure. I also feel like this tail is going to be like way too thick overall once we get it stuffed, but that's something I can fix later. That's a pretty easy fix. Here we go. There's the part where they all sewed together. It looks fine. It looks like they kind of pull inwards though, which is kind of weird. Yes, it doesn't look like it bulbs outwards. Okay, yeah, so I'm definitely going to tuck in a good chunk up here to make it kind of look nice. Which is fine, that's pretty easy to do. Yeah, I think that's gonna be good. For the most part. Again, I'm gonna have to do like a lot of editing on the tail, but it's all gonna be easy, where I basically just I stuff it, and then I kind of just like push in the parts that need to be flatter or, you know, smaller, and then I just kind of, you know, so say, you know, say this is like a little bit that I don't want to be that curved. I just push it in, and I kind of bring the edges together. So like now it's nice and flat. Then I just like take a little, I think it's called a ladder stitch, and I just kind of stitch those together. And then I fold it inside out again. Like, you know, if we take the end, we fold it inside out again. You can kind of see all this extra fabric that I've pinched up here. We just cut that off and like just basically re-sew where we put our ladder stitch. And then it's all fine again. That's the general process. That's probably what I'm gonna do that off stream because I don't have the space or the time to do it up here right now. But actually that is pretty much everything I was planning to sew today. So, let's see. Is there anybody online right now? Probably not. Yeah, not really. I mean, there are people online, they just have, like, you know, hundreds of people watching, so that's fine. We won't read anybody today. Anyways, I hope you guys had a good time today. I hope you guys like watching me sew. We should have another sewing stream coming up soon, hopefully. Probably this weekend. Once I figure out how this tail is gonna work, I'm probably going to do a stream over in my kitchen where I start trying to get the body together and maybe also like see how everything fits together. I think that'll be good. Yeah, we're getting pretty decently far with this project. Anyways, yeah, I hope you guys had a good time, and I will see you in my next stream. Goodbye!